As we continue our journey on configuring and managing Office 365 services, this topic complements the Microsoft Flow topic that we just talked about here. So what I want to do is spend some time and help you understand how to implement Microsoft Power Apps. That's going to involve three primary topics that I want to discuss with you. The first is to make sure that you understand what Microsoft Power Apps are all about. So we'll provide a pretty in-depth explanation about them. We'll look at the PowerShell commandlets for Power Apps, and then we'll look at how to work with Power Apps through the GUI. So what I'm going to do now is make sure you understand what are Power Apps. Well, it's the platform that's the successor to the Microsoft Info Platforms and Access services that we used to have in previous versions. It's similar to Microsoft Flow because when you sign up, you can connect to more than 220 some odd services, and you can manage your data either in the cloud or on-prem. So Power Apps is a service for building and using custom business apps that's going to connect your data, regardless of where it is, and also work across the web as well as on your mobile device without the time or the expense of custom software development. So that's the definition that's provided to us regarding Microsoft Power Apps. Now let's drill into a little bit more detail. We're going to build apps to extend functionality without writing any code. I'm going to change that up to minimal code. We're going to be able to connect to data, existing data that we already have available to us, or external data plus flow. We're going to be able to build workflows. We're going to be able to build apps. We're going to be able to build forms from within Power Apps. And we're going to be able to use these Power Apps on several different devices, including Windows. That also includes Windows phones, iOS operating system for your Apple phones, and Android. So these apps are quite powerful and quite versatile across many devices. And similar to Flow, Power Apps also has an environment to work with, and Power Apps has a default environment created. That default environment is Azure AD tenant name with default on the tail end of that name. We can retrieve information about the Power App environment using the get-power app environment commandlet. This is going to give you information about the space to store, manage, and share your data, your apps, and your flows. It also acts as a container to separate apps that may have different roles or security requirements or target audiences. The verb-admin Power App role assignment, we have a get, a set, and a remove verb there. This allows you to manage the environment permissions. The verb-admin Power App connection, we have a get and remove verb there. We're going to be able to use these to read and delete connections. The verb-admin Power App connector, we also have a get and remove verb there, allowing you to read and delete custom connectors. Your get-admin Power Apps user details, this allows you to get a user's Power Apps user settings, user app settings, as well as notifications. And lastly, we have the verb-admin DLP policy. This has the get, add, remove, and set verbs, which allows you to manage your DLP policies for your organization.